To Yahweh Bahasham, Yahushai Bahasham, Rawakakodash, double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone, who do rule well. Peace, love, and blessings also to the brothers on the highways and byways, giving all diligence to make their call and election sure. And blessings to the very few sisters out there listening, learning, and believing, elect, scattered throughout the world. The 1/3, consists of you men, women, and children, believing on the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and hasten for his coming. All right, I'm that fellow laborer, Kanakla, coming at you once again with another lesson, Lord's will, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, the lessons edifying and exhorting. And as you can see here, U.S. landmarks hit by lightning on New Year's Eve. Usually landmarks are something, distinctive to identify something. That's a landmark. Somebody like, oh, that's a landmark around here, mean that's something that, signifies the area or represents something. All right. So it's a huge sign, if you will, to not, really go too far deep into the word, but U.S. landmarks hit by lightning. So when you see these, these structures, landmarks, that's America. All right. So it says, on the last day of 2024, a series of lightning bolts struck the U.S. Capitol. All right. How, transparent is that? The U.S. Capitol itself. U.S. Capitol building and Washington Monument in D.C., as well as the Empire State Building, all right, which is where, in New York, as they say, it's the empire, it's where the empire started, all right. The stock market, which, that started out by, selling slaves, man. So-called Israelites, not so-called Israelites, but the Israelites, it was big with the Southern Kingdom. So-called Negroes, okay? They were stock, all right, in Americas, as well as the Empire State Building, one World Trade Center in New York City, according to multiple videos posted in the One World Trade Center, which, if you are in the know, the two buildings was taken down, all right, to erect one. And what it was, 1776, all right, when America was established, or some people like to say the Illuminati, right? And that's how basically those numbers are basically the height of that One World Trade Center building, man. Okay. As a matter of fact, let's see if we can get it real fast. Height, because we gonna search up a few of those landmarks. Height of One World Trade Center. Yep, 1,776. So Esau again in his his, how can I put it, his symbolism, okay, which is all his symbolism, his infrastructure, concerning these landmarks are all satanic. All right, here it is, but they made it that tall, exactly that tall on a purpose. See, I says two-tip, that I believe that's the concern of the little antenna on top of it, but you see the numbers there, it's 1,776, so 1776, okay, the One World Trade Center. So all this symbolism, man, but basically the Most High is marking this place, man. Okay, so you see it. Another one I wanted to get at was the Washington Monument. Okay, and as we know, when we first came into this truth, here it is, as you see, built in the shape of an Egyptian obelisk, evoking the timelessness of ancient civilizations, which, according to the scriptures, if if the Lord has revealed these things to you, Egypt is one of America's code names in the scriptures. All right. Timeless ancient civilizations, the Washington Monument embodies the awe, respect, and gratitude of nation felt for its most essential founding fathers. Founding father, all right, Washington. When completed, the Washington Monument was the tallest building in the world at 555 feet, which that was a statement. All right, for it to be the tallest building in the world, and then it's basically a structure after the Egyptian obelisk. Okay, the Washington Monument in Washington is an Egyptian obelisk-shaped monument that honors George Washington. So once again, all their symbolism evoking that ancient spirit of Egypt, because this is spiritually Egypt, as saith the scriptures. Let's get that real fast. This is Revelation, the 11th chapter. And then, according to the history, we know how the Most High served the Egyptians, man. He destroyed them. It's Revelation 11 and 8, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, and that great city is America, which spiritually is called Sodom. All right, we know why this place is spiritually, as it say in the NLT, figuratively, all right, called, so not literal, but called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Now, was our Lord crucified in Sodom and Egypt? No. But his image, who he was, what he represents, all right, was basically killed, X'd out over here, all right, in America, all right, until the truth sprung up. But the point being, this place is spiritually called Sodom, and the focus on is Egypt. All right, the Washington Monument is one of the many keys that, America is figuratively Egypt. Sunday, that's their Sabbath. They go back to the sun worship. Was Egyptian. Sun god Ra. Many other customs. The coffins, right? Basically put them in tombs, Egyptian tombs. When that body is supposed to be like wrapped up in 100% of one material like cotton and put down, to help with the decomposing of the body. All right. The makeup, that was big in ancient Egypt, I believe. The harlots wore the makeup, lipstick, so on and so forth. But the Washington Monument. Then you had Lincoln. What also compare this place to Egypt? Lincoln Memorial, is it? Images, yeah. This right here. And this is again another replication of the pharaoh, the ancient pharaoh. That structure, in Egypt. It's like got a lot of things just floating up in the air. Didn't really have it planned out. Put a few things together. So I'm just trying to get it all out. Sitting on his throne. I forget exactly the terminology. But yeah, all right. No different from. All right, this is more of a realistic image. But yeah, Washington. So was the Lincoln, what I just searched up, the Lincoln Memorial? Yeah. All right. You see that? So this is figuratively Egypt. Here go to the Edomite version. Okay. And then you have which they, copy from the the Hamitic version. Ham, Montezarium, if he was not one of the sons of Ham, if I'm not mistaken, but Hamitic, Egyptian, you know. So here it is. You got it. Not to go into details. Just want to get into these prophecies. Not really trying to make this a history video. But we saw the Capitol's Washington Monument, Empire State. So this place is Egypt. Point at the fact this place is Egypt. Says the strikes occurring amid heavy rain along the East Coast coincided with New Year celebrations and quickly sparked widespread speculation on social media, with some commenters suggesting it could be a symbolic sign, which exactly it is, man. It says this comes as U.S. President Joe Biden prepares to leave office, and Donald Trump is set to return to the White House on January 20th, which is 2025, coined through the Spirit by the apostles, the hopeful year of our deliverance and Esau's destruction. All right. So you see here, I don't want to click on these videos and kind of leave the this page here. But you see it. It's all symbolism. And then here it is. You see this too, right? Kick the year off. The old T attack. You know, and of course they start off with one, and then they say, then the point is you're waiting on with this is seeing, you know, what was, how can I put it? What influence, all right, this act of T, right? Of T attack. What influenced this act? You know, who was behind it? All right, this video is not about that. I didn't really go through it and see who they say influenced it, but you get the point. So this being figuratively Egypt, America, you see all the symbolism, landmarks, you know, prominent, you know, staples, you know, structures of America was basically hit by lightning. So we have to get that one in where Yahweh Shai said, you know, which that spirit of this lesson. Luke, was it 10 and 18? Yeah. I started verse I get right to the point. Luke 10 and 18. It says, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. So a quick fall. And Yahweh Shai, matter of fact, I'll start at verse 17. It's Luke 10 and 17. And the 70 returned again with joy, saying, Lord, even the devils are subject unto us through thy name. Because there was a time where Yahweh Shai gave them that power to cast out demons, okay, through the names of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay, so Yahweh Shai replied, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. So that the time of the power of the righteous taking out the wicked, casting out the wicked, Yahweh Shai said, I beheld him as lightning fall from heaven. So his fall, you know, the righteous power is about to be established here on the planet Earth. Okay? Verse 19. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions. And that's been happening by the way of this word. Okay? Elder Rumblers did a lesson recently. These are they who turned the world upside down. Well, by the word. His word has changed and forged his world. All right? Submitted it unto the will of the Lord by prophesying. Everything we prophesied is happening, is taking place. It says, I beheld, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy. And we have that by the word. Okay. We're just waiting the Lord to turn it up and give us that spiritual, physical, spiritual, power, if that makes sense. It says, nothing shall by any means hurt you, Notwithstanding in this, rejoice not that the spirits are subject unto you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven. That's the point. If you get, because think about it, you get spiritual power. That's what Yahweh is saying. You get spiritual power, that means your name is up in the heavens. All right. You can pretty much, you get spiritual power, and I'm pretty sure, I speak as a man, but pretty sure this, you can guarantee you're part of the elect. Right? It's a big sign. What other sign do you need? Your name written in heaven, man. The Lord gave you that power. Only those that were worthy received that power. All right? So that's what Yahweh said. Rather rejoice because, your names are written in heaven. That's heavy, man. You're a part of the Lord's elect. He knows you. You're not just a number. The Lord's dealing with you. Okay. So, that, once again, Satan falling the fall. And this is a symbolism of the fall of Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, a.k.a. Egypt. So let's go from there to the Apocrypha, 2nd Ezra 15, verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Okay? And by the time of Ezra's, go show you when you go up to Luke 15, verse 1, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. So when Ezra spoke about Egypt, the children of Israel had already been delivered out of Egypt. Okay? So this is a prophetic Egypt. Once again, the precept that backs it, Revelation 11, Revelation 11, chapter 8, verse. So behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, which is we have now, for they are faithful and true. How are they faithful and true? Because the things that were written down are now are taking place. Here it is in the future. It says, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. So their unbelief shouldn't hinder your faith and belief in Yahweh Shem Yahushai in these prophecies. All right, Romans 3 and 3. For what if some did not believe? Okay, so what? That speak against thee. All right, because as they're speaking against us, here it is now. Where prophecies are as we seeing on real time, jumping off the pages. Their unbelief, here it is now. Shit, these things are happening. All right. It says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness because they didn't believe. All right. Therefore, the Lord will not deliver them. I said the scripture says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So that's what's getting ready to come. That's what we hope this year consists of. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the Lord is letting you know why. And their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which is why you see the prophets out there condemning this place, man, by the words of Lord, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. All right, they just got done with so-called Christmas. It's an exercise. It's a custom. All right, a habitual practice. So they wickedly exercise that. It's just one thing among many. Okay, of immoral acts done here in America, man. He says, behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And that's what we doing. Which is why Esau, if he had his way, he would take us out. Because we're the ones able to complain continually to the Lord. Why? Because we have his name. His name is key. All right. So all the camps out there speaking, contrary, the main one I can think of is IUIC, calls on Jesus Christ. You're not complaining to the Lord continually. All right. Which is why, we believe you sold out. All right. It's a belief. We can't prove why we believe you sold out, because the name of the Lord is important to communicate with him. It's not revealed unto everybody. That's why it was hidden. Okay, you can't simply go in the scriptures in the English text and see the words Yahweh Shai or Yahweh. Okay? It says, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge him. And the Lord is a man that he shall not lie, right? It's just on his time when he's going to do it. That's the only thing. The patience and waiting and suffering. It says, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. And, our people are so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. The food is poisoned. The water is poisoned. The air is poisoned. Okay, the education is poisoned. The entertainment is poisoned. All right, it's all corrupt. The clothes are contaminated. Different types of synthetic materials. All right, which goes against the scriptures, mixing those fabrics. But then, it's all synthetic. All right, everything. It says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. Basically, America's a slaughterhouse. Whether it's being done physically or spiritually, it's a slaughterhouse for us, man. It says, I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, all right, which we're in now. That's why we ate a hopeful year of our deliverance. But I will bring them with a mighty hand. Slacker. Slacker. I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and I will destroy all the land thereof. All right, so when did the Lord strike Egypt with plagues? Again, it's not talking about ancient Egypt, but America is figuratively, all right? So those judgments that happened unto ancient Egypt, all right, similar and worse plagues are going to take upon this place, which is figuratively Egypt, Babylon as well. All right, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and I will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, all right, meaning the people, not the actual land itself, but the people. So that's why it says Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the foundation. All right, when you think about the foundation, the bottom, all right, of it, the base, the foundation of shall be smitten. That's those missiles, man. Those nuclear missiles with the plague and the punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. All right. So I'll leave that one there. And going back to that point, I remember I beheld Luke 10 and 18. I beheld Satan. I fell from heaven. So let's get this real fast. Then we'll get that in Isaiah. So this is Lucifer, right? People think Satan is his name is Lucifer. So Edemon online, Lucifer, Old English, Lucifer, Satan. Also morning star, Venus in the morning sky before sunrise. Also an epithet or name of Diana, from Latin Lucifer, morning star. Noun use of adjective, literally light bringing. That's all it means, light bringing. All right, that's why, we starting with Yahweh Shai, we are Luciferians, light bringing. That light is what the knowledge. Okay, the light. Did not Yahweh Shai say, I am the light of the world? All right, Yahweh Shai even said, we are the light of the world. Okay, so we're gonna get into it. It says, to carry, bear. So we carry and we bear that light. To carry, also to bear children. It says, believe that it was proper name of Satan began with its use in the Bible to translate Greek phosphorus, which translate Hebrew Helen. So it was interpretation that the wacky tacky Christians, okay, I'm not sure if it went back to the Byzantine Empire when those basically those doctrines were married with the scriptures. Okay, possibly that's where I'm more hanging on. But definitely modern day Christianity, which consists of all those pagan rituals. all right, that they merged or married with the scriptures. But you see, it was interpretation. It says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning," which you find that in Isaiah. All right, I believe it's 14. "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer," because of the mention of the fall from heaven. All right, meaning a condition, heaven, authority, rule. Okay, a dominion. So when Yahushua said, "I beheld as Satan fell," so those signs of lightning striking the landmarks of America is a sign of the end, all right, of America, which would be the end of Esau, Edom. Okay, the end of the Edomite rule. Those that established this place, those whose faces are on the money, all right, those who privately own that money. Okay, the elites, who they call the Illuminati, all right, which are they bear the light, but the light of what? Wickedness, man. All right, wise and wickedness. This verse interpreted spiritually by Christians. So once again, is they interpret it that way. All right, which we also, majority of us came out of the Christian church, so we also interpreted that way until we came into the light, man. It says the verse was interpreted spiritually by Christians as a reference to Satan, even though, just the point, it is literally a reference to the king of Babylon. Okay? That's what all it was, a reference to the king of Babylon at that time. All right? So, the fall from heaven, right, is modern day king of Babylon today, these Americans, Esau, Edom, man. What is Isaiah 14, where that was left at? We'll close out with this one. I believe this is it. Let's see. Yep. So I'll start up the top and jump down. I'll make this lesson too long. It says, "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob," all right, the Israelites, "and will yet choose Israel." So that's who he's having mercy on. So the Gentiles who were allotted to receive mercy, as according to the promise he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So that's why the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. All right, go show you the people over in the land now are not the people. As the Lord said, he will set us in that land. It says, "And the strangers shall be joined with them," all right, Israelite foreigners, "and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob." So the Gentiles, Israelite foreigners. It says, "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land for the Lord of the Lord, for servants and handmaids," that's slavery. "And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were." So we were their captives, the Edomites. So we gonna take them captives, "and they shall rule over their oppressors." And verses like this, Vocab Malone, he skims by them. He don't answer it. I've seen it before. All right. "It shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve." So, this is talking about the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. This fits us. All right. It says that thou should take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, as the online etymology expressed or explained. King of Babylon, which today is Esau, Edom, "and say, how had the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? The Lord have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers," meaning their power. Okay, the Lord's going to break it. And that's starting with their, definitely it started by the spells, their deception, which the Lord put the spirit on us to awake. He sent Elijah before the great and dreadful day, which we believe according to our faith. And it just makes sense that was Elder Abba Vivens, man. Okay, so that's the start of their scepter, their deception. Elder Rumlob just went into it the other day, the fall of empire, something like that, and basically it was like soft power, the loss of soft power. Basically, you can persuade, all right, or deceive, mainly persuade someone to do something without having to put brute force on them. All right, because once you put brute force on someone, it's just a matter of time before, that window of opportunity of revenge presents itself. All right, but if it's, soft power, more of a persuasion, then look, them people not looking for revenge. They're not looking to get back because you got over on them. All right. So that's the start of that staff being broken. But then the Lord is going to physically come back and break their staff and a scepter. All right, which is their military might, their weapons, the sword. It says he smote the people in wrath with a continued stroke, and that's what America has done, starting with the Israelites, which, that's what's most important. It says he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hinder, so nobody going to stop him. Nobody going to hinder, all right, the destruction of Babylon the Great, aka America. Nobody's going to hinder that, all right, because they want to see it. It says the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon sing, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. Exactly. So the nature is going to rejoice, going to be able to breathe again. Humanity. It says hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. All right. So is hell going to actually come out of the ground? As they say, that's where it's at in the underworld. So is it gonna come up in that spiritual, place where you burn forever? Is it gonna come up and come at him? No, man. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. So all hell is coming, meaning bad times, suffering, affliction is coming. It says it stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth, are the other nations. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they that speak and say unto thee, art thou also become as weak as we? Because of what America was the head. It ruled everyone. But all the other nations are going to, as they walked and wagged and hissed at us, when you read about Lamentations, the same thing's going to happen to the nation of Edom. It says, art thou become like unto us? So where's thy power, right? Because Esau, Edom, he glories, all right, in the sight of these nations that he was able to conquer the whole planet Earth and put everyone into subjection, right? Esau has something to be proud about, to walk around with his head high. But once the Lord take that away from him, all right, take that power away from him, then he's going to be as nothing. It goes to show you, as say Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. This devil will refuse to give the Heavenly Father, through his only begotten Son, the credit. You got to understand, man, when you doing good and you up and you ruling and you that guy and everything just bends at your will, that's ordained from the Most High, man. Remember, listen to that video of Tyson, man. He is like, I'm beating everyone with the greatest of ease. And he said, I'm just basically just dominating and executing everyone. Like you just feel it, You up and you unstoppable. And it's like everything just falls in your hand, right? He said, I have to be anointed by God. He said, I have to be anointed by God. Like it's no way I'm beating these people with ease. And he's going to my defense is this and they can't touch. He said, I have to be anointed by God, man. And that's the point. He's an Israelite, wicked, but he's an Israelite, man. Okay? He acknowledges that. A scripture say, my people have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. But Esau, Edom, a fool has said in his heart, there is no God. He believed by his own might and his power and his wits that he conquered the world, that he got everything that he got. That's why the Most High is finna take it from him. It's going to be a great fall. It says, thy pomp is brought down to the grave. All right, that, once again, symbolizing thy work. And the noise of thy vials. The worm is spread under thee, representation of decaying. And the worms cover thee. We'll close out with this one. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? So it's talking about the Babylonian king. All right, the light bearers. When you look at the Statue of Liberty, you have that woman holding that light, which is the torch of Prometheus, which is going to show, we took the light from God. Like, yeah, you got the light. You are the illuminated ones, and hence the Illuminati. As you can see through their light, their wisdom, all right, they were able to conquer the whole world, all right, financially, man. Put everyone in a prison. All right, very, very wise devils. All right, so how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations, man? All right. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. All right, starting with the Israelites. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north, and I will ascend above the heights of the clouds in north. All right, when you go into in the east, right, definitely over there, where we was at north of it, was what, Babylon the Great, ancient Babylon. All right, so here it is. We in North America. All right, it says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, and I will be like the Most High. All right, it says, yet thou shalt be brought down to the hell. All right, to the sides of the pit. That's the point. Is symbolism. Thou shalt be brought down to hell. So that high position that they're in, the Edomites, they're the #1 nation on the planet. They rule everything, right? So they're going to be brought down to hell, to the pit, to the low, all right? They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, right? Is this the man? Because once you see the position the Lord put him in, it's going to be funny. It's going to, you're going to shake your head. Consider, like, yeah, this devil, right, that made the world as a wilderness. One of the ways he did that by making that fire come down from heaven, right? When he dropped those bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And then literally by his just pollution, his deforestation, his, man, that made the world a wilderness. The world was paradise. All right, Eden, done the whole world. But here this man made the world a wilderness. Deforestation, terms like that. And destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. And that's a well-known fact. But America's prison systems, they got more prisoners than any country in the world. And who predominantly inhabit those prisons, occupy those prison cells? Starting with the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, right? So we'll leave it there. So, how art thou fallen from heaven? As Yahushua said, I beheld as Satan, all right, fell from heaven in a fast manner. So the Lord's about to take, Lord willing, Lord going to speed things up. Definitely once he makes that chip mandatory, Revelation 13 and 16 and 17, the RFID chip. Once he make that mandatory to where you need that to buy and sell, he definitely gonna go down quick. But we're praying that the Lord, he speed this thing up get him to the point where he does make it mandatory. So with that, I'll leave it there. Lord's willing, this is edifying. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, double honor to the Apostle, Great Millstone. Peace, love, and blessings to you brothers out there. Shalom to the elect.